Hi, welcome to Heart to Heart. I'm Dr. Robert Jaffe, along with my colleague, partner, and close friend, Dr. Mitra Rashidian, bringing you our philosophy regarding our program tagline, which is, lose your ego, find yourself.
You're probably asking yourself, how can you lose your ego? How can you find yourself? Perhaps even asking yourself, why is this important to know? And why should you watch this video for the next 10 minutes? What's in it for you? And yet, your curiosity brought you here. In the next few minutes, we will answer these questions, plus demonstrate how this topic affects every part of your life. To start with, let's just meet with Julie and Sam, an upwardly mobile couple, and see how ego has shaped their relationships.
Julie and Sam were doing very well, at least according to their friends and family. They were both in their mid-30s and both had great careers. Julie was a manager at a successful software company, and Sam was an aerospace engineer, and both of them made over 6 figures. They were a bright, attractive, and reasonable couple. They came into couples counseling complaining of a lack of intimacy, were fighting, and they weren't having sex. Both of them had come from families that didn't discuss feelings, and neither one of them had been complimented or told anything about their positive qualities. In fact, quite the opposite was true. Julie was always being compared negatively to her older sister and brother, plus cousins, and was given the message, why can't you be more like Sally?
And Sam was always expected to get A's in school, and when he came home with all A's and 1 B in math, he was told, I'm sure that you will do better next time. These messages and other messages left Julie and Sam at a loss as to how to communicate with each other in a positive manner, and criticism and name-calling was common. They each blamed each other for not living up to their own expectations, and it was no wonder why they had stopped having sex. Their focus was on the negative about each other, and whatever we focus on always grows. They were in competition with each other and always wanted to be right, which is one of the many characteristics of ego.
The reason that we've coined the phrase, lose your ego, is a bit of a contradiction. We don't actually believe that you can, or even should, eliminate the ego, since our ego's purpose is physical survival, and we all realize how important that is. We do believe that by reducing the ego's place in our lives, we can become much happier, more loving, and fulfilled.
The phrase, lose your ego, find yourself, means clarifying within yourself the things that come from ego-based value and separating them from the things within ourselves that are spirit-based values. When we are consumed by ego, we feel and believe to some extent that the following statements are true. Here are what are some of the ego-based beliefs.
I am what I own. This includes anything of monetary value, such as pieces of art, homes, property, jewelry, clothing, and of course, money itself. When I lose any of this, I have lost a part of myself.
I am what I do. This means that I can label myself a carpenter, an accountant, a lawyer, a doctor, a mother, a student, a therapist, etc. If I stop being one of these roles, I'm no longer me.
I am what other people think of me, which means also my reputation. If other people like me, respect me, look up to me, value me, this becomes my identity. The other side of this, of course, is equally true. If people dislike me, are critical of me, hate me, scorn me, this too is who I am.
I am in competition with others, especially with those who are in the same occupation or financial status as I am. There are a limited amount of goods, services, or money and I need to get my share before it is all gone. If other people achieve more notoriety and more possessions, it diminishes me.
If there is a God, I am separate from him, her, or it. If there isn't a God, then I worship expediency, meaning that anything I do is okay as long as it serves my own ends. The end justifies the means. I can rationalize my behavior because it serves me.
When we live in the Spirit, we recognize that the deeper truth is that none of the above are accurate. The ego, which is concerned with physical survival, does not believe in the existence of the Spirit. The ego says, love? Not important, and you can get the same feeling by simply eating a large amount of chocolate. Therefore, a spirit-based value, such as unconditional love, the sanctity of all life, gratitude and appreciation, kindness, are all nice concepts, but have no intrinsic power and therefore are ultimately not important.
The ego's focus is always on more. The more, the better. As a result, when we do achieve the ego's goals, for example, gain more money and possessions, raise our status in the workplace, or gain more approval from others, the satisfaction we experience is short-lived. Ego always believes that more is better. Eat a hamburger. A McDonald's double Whopper with extra cheese is much better. We feel good for a brief moment, but then to satisfy the ego, we need to get more. This is why so many people who have accomplished so much status and money in the world need more and more, and eventually their hunger for more creates disgust and dissatisfaction within them. They can also then become depressed, negative, jaded, and even suicidal.
It is not wrong to focus on the ego. However, if we focus exclusively on things of the ego, we start to drift away from who we really are as a spiritual being. Using mindfulness to check in with ourselves frequently keeps us connected with our loving, authentic true self, which is essential for life satisfaction and positive relationships with others.
So let's go back to Julie and Sam. They had lost sight of why they were together in the first place. Their egos, which included all of the negative scripts they had learned growing up, had taken them over. Gratitude, appreciation, kindness, and love were out the window. As we began in therapy to change their focus from what was lacking to the positive qualities each of them possessed, things slowly began to shift. When each of them could identify things about themselves and each other that they liked, respected, and appreciated, and then verbalized them, their communication and connection became more positive.
Changing our focus from being critical is the move away from ego, which is fear-based and negative, to being appreciative into a spirit which is love-based and positive. Although this seems like a simple idea, most of us, due to our early conditioning, find it difficult to do so. When we are finally able to make this change, it ultimately is the most powerful shift an individual or couple can make. If we have children and we focus on the things that we love and appreciate about them, we break the cycle of negativity and being the change the world, starting with our own small family.
To summarize, our egos are always interested in protecting ourselves from anything bad happening to us. This means that the focus of the ego is on fear and loss. Simply put, when this is our primary focus, we don't experience happiness and joy. Shifting into our spirit means looking for what we like and appreciate about ourselves and each other, and when we verbalize them out loud, those thoughts, we create an atmosphere of love, support, gratitude, and appreciation both within ourselves and between ourselves and those around us, which makes us feel loving, positive, and strong. Simple idea, right?
Please tell us what you think about this discussion and how were you able to relate to this subject. Was this topic enlightening for you or perhaps refreshing what you already knew? Please share your thoughts and leave a comment below. Also, if you know of someone who can benefit from this discussion, please forward this link to them and invite them to take a look at what was said.
Feel free to download our free giveaway, which will help you to think through and implement the ideas presented here. Also, feel free to call or email us with your questions. And until next time, we are looking forward to hearing from you. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Hi, welcome to Heart to Heart. I'm Dr. Mitra Rashidian.
I did that once before. No problem.